the training tonight. Thank you. What I want you to do is to just take a minute and think about what you're creating with your business and what your intention is. When you can start from why, then everything flows better. So what I wanted to talk about a little bit tonight was just over the last couple of days, as I've been out and about, I have met and booked new people right on the spot. And it's been really, really fun. So for instance, today when I went to the grocery store, first of all, I had a family funeral this morning for an extended family member. And while I was there at the funeral home, there was a really sharp lady that was working there. And so I got her name and number. She's going to get together with me to do a makeover in the next week or so. And that's not scheduled yet, but that's tentatively scheduled for Friday. So I had that this morning. And then I spent time at Best Buy with this lovely computer that I were having issues and technical difficulties with tonight. So that, anyway, just, lots of just different things happened throughout the day today. And hey, I see Penny. Yay! Welcome, Penny. And she's waving at me. Love it. Yay. So just lots of things happened today. And then by the time I was done doing all the errands and things that I had to do today, I was just kind of drained. I wanted to come home and just flop on the couch, but I still had this lipstick in my car for Amber. She came for a makeover last week. Interesting, the name of the lipstick was Amber Suede. It didn't even occur to me that they matched their names. But I had to go deliver that lipstick, and I thought, I'll just do it tomorrow. And I thought, no, that's not being obedient. When God gives you a blessing, it might be a little blessing like a lipstick that needs to be delivered to a client. And when we stay obedient to the calling and do even the little things that he's called us to, when he blesses you with small things and you're obedient to those things, then he's going to bless you with more. So I thought, okay, fine, I'll go deliver the lipstick. And we needed a few groceries and I needed to mail something. So I thought, well, I'll just go to the grocery store and go to the postal station there and I'll mail the stuff there and I'll get a few groceries all at the same time. So as the day progressed, I went to the bank to deliver Amber's lipstick. And while I was at the bank, I got the name of Maggie, who was the girl at the teller. And I said, hey, could I give you my card? Have you ever tried? No, she said. Well, I've been texting with her tonight. I will be booking her in the next week or so. We've talking just like we're at the point where we're talking about when are we going to get together. So that was Maggie. And then this morning I met the lady at the funeral home. And then when I went to the grocery store, I've been talking to Jeanette for the last, I don't know, month or so. I actually had something scheduled with her and she was a no-show. And then the next time I went there, I'm like, hey, she went, hey, so sorry. So, it was somebody that we've talked about booking. And today we've like, okay, how about July 5th? Because she said that would be a great day. So we got the day and time scheduled with her. And while then she was off doing her thing, and I was then talking to her coworker, and I'm like, my gosh, you're super cute. Have you ever tried Mary Kay? She said no. I said, could I give you my card? And when can we get together? I would love to pamper you. She said, that sounds fun. And I said, how about either tomorrow or Friday? And she said, yes, Friday would be great. So she's booked for Friday at 4:30. And then after that, then I also went to get gas. And I don't know about you guys, but most of the time when I get gas, I just pay at the pump because, it's just so much easier. But again, when you're just paying at the pump, then you're not connecting with the people that God is putting in front of you. So I thought, well, I'm just going to go into that store and see if there's a cute girl that's working behind the counter. So I walked into the store and the cashier just looked straight at me and she said, can I help you with something? And I said, I just came in here to see if there's anybody cute in here that I should give my card to. And sure enough, there is. I need to give my card to you. And she started laughing and she went, oh, that's so nice. So, I didn't like pretend like, no, I think I'll just get a water. And oh, by the way, have you ever thought of or tried Mary Kay? I just straight up said, I just came in here to see if there's anybody cute here, and I was right. There are. And you know what I found about women like you that work at places like this? You're typically really, really hardworking, loyal, and you're not appreciated. And I would love to pamper you. And she was just cracking up and just like she almost kind of cried a little bit. She got a little bit kind of verklempt when I was telling her. I just really wanted to talk to her about, pamper her. So she's scheduled for Friday at 1. So, I mean, what an amazing blessing that was, that I really 100% was ready to come home today and sit on the couch and like, wah, 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 I'm tired, I don't wanna, blah, blah. And I was obedient to deliver a lipstick, one little lipstick. And then I went to like, okay, fine, I really do need some groceries. So I went to get the groceries, and I'm like, okay, we're going to Omaha tomorrow. I need some gas. So I'm like, I'm just doing the stuff that, like, God's put these things in front of me. And then instead of just taking the easy way out to just stay in my little cocoon and not talk to people and stay in my car, I got my little tail out of the car, going into the store, and just really put myself out there over and over and over. And by the end of the day, have 3 new appointments scheduled, 2 on Friday and then 1 on July the 5th, because I chose to stay focused on doing what God has called me to do. So sometimes we just have to be obedient and get up and get out and know that he's about to bless us, but we have to just be ready to receive. So if you want to be blessed, put yourself in that position, in that readiness to be blessed. You have to then choose to be blessed. You can't be blessed by accident. So that's how I got my bookings today. And then I was talking to the fabulous and brilliant Betsy Jackson, and I wanted to talk to you about what she said. I love this. She said she's reading a new book, new to her, but it's an old-time book. It's a book that's been around a long time, and I have actually read it. It's an awesome book. It's called How to Win Friends and Influence People by Dale Carnegie. And it's really about learning how to connect with people. So if you haven't read the book yet, I definitely recommend it. And Betsy wanted me to tell you she recommends it also. But truly, creating it, she said the chapter that she just read today was all about having a genuine interest in other people. So when you have a genuine interest in other people, they're going to connect with you. Just like the girl at the gas station tonight when I walked in there, and she looked at me and said, "Can I help you?" And I looked at her and I said, "I just came in here to see if there was anybody cute in here." And I was right, there is. And she was smiling. So, I mean, that's an instant connection. So truly look people in the eye, a genuine interest, connect with them. One of the Wayne Dyer quotes that he says on a regular basis is he quotes Mother Teresa, and she was asked, "What do you do all day long?" And she said, on the streets of Calcutta, she sees Jesus Christ in all of his distressing disguises. She sees Jesus in every single person that she sees. And I think that's one of the most beautiful things. And when I heard him say that, and just an awareness that when you accept Christ into your life, when you have the indwelling of the Holy Spirit, you have God in you. And I have God in me, and other people out there all also have God in them. So I look beyond whatever their outer is, and I look at their heart, and I look in the eyes, and I try to just see them heart to heart. I see them soul to soul, and it creates almost just a really deeper level connection than what you can if you're just looking at, do they have nice shoes? So look beyond what you're seeing on the outside, and really create see what you can see in them from a heart to heart perspective. Okay, so tonight's Mary Kay party training, I'm so excited about this because I did do my Mary Kay party outline start to finish, and it's a longer outline, but there's a couple pages in here that are more resource pages, so you'll pull those out and you'll use them separately. But my outline start to finish is something that you can pull off, print off, and then you want to get one of these for yourself, the Mary Kay Instructor's Guide. You'll use that and then create a step-by-step guide for you to use, but you want to personalize it. Get yourself a Sharpie marker and write in your book. And the reason why you want to do that is because then you won't forget things. You're going to remember, and I'm going to talk about that a little bit. I just actually did a makeover last night, and I forgot something really important. What am I, 27 years at Mary Kay now? And I forgot something really important last night. I'll tell you what that was in a minute. Okay, so outline start to finish. First step, be prepared when you go. Get your outline prepared and ready. Have it beside you at your party so you can see what you're doing, so it can keep you on track, and you can follow that as you're going throughout your Mary Kay party. But definitely pack efficiently for your products, or for your Mary Kay party. And you can pull this outline off, print it off, and then you'll want to just review it a few times, and then create that your outline. Okay, so first thing is that you're going to want to have products that you're going to want to demonstrate, obviously. You want to have your closing bag. So you're going to need products to demonstrate. Your roll-up bag, definitely, and they're in this guide. Towards the very end of the guide are items that you want to consider adding to your starter kit. So get your starter kit ready, set to go, so you have exactly what you need there. Second thing that I think is really key to be really organized at your Mary Kay party is the closing bag. The closing bag is everything that you need to properly close the sale and schedule future appointments at the end of the party and talk to people about the business. It's going to include your date book, money bag, extra sales tickets, hostess sheets, etc. Everything. So you're going to do the Mary Kay party off in a separate area, and then when you come to that ending section, you're going to sit down and meet with people one-on-one to finalize things. This is where all the action happens. That's when you want to have all the tools right at your fingertips. Put all of that in your closing bag. And one of the things that I didn't mention in the outline, but I do have that I use at my Mary Kay party, is one of these. It is the expandable file folder. So this is really great. Doesn't matter what's in mine. What matters is that you have something to keep all the stuff organized and quickly at your fingertips, so you know right where to get it. In that file folder are my sets sheets for the different roll-up, the different sets that I offer, the Miracle set, the Repair collection. Those are all in there. The tray inserts, everything that I need. All the paper type items are in here, so it's all organized and neat. Put some products on display, have products to sell. I pack maybe you can kind of see behind me, I have these, the bags from Mary Kay. These are the bags on the floor there, right next to my printer. Those are the bags from MK Connections. The bottom one has my products, my skincare to sell. The one in the middle has a couple trays of color cosmetics, and then the very top one has more color cosmetics, lipsticks, eyeshadows, not eyeshadows, lipstick, gloss, mascara, that kind of stuff is all in the top one. Okay, again, organized. In those bags is where I actually keep, when I go to do my Mary Kay parties, if I'm off-site, that's where my products are, and my bags are in there too, the Mary Kay plastic bag. So I open the product bag, pull out a plastic bag out of that, fill the order. It's all in one. It's very quick, efficient. Okay, things to have ready in advance are your colored tray inserts and the set sheets. So those are things that you're going to copy in advance. Go to Walmart and buy colored cardstock. Get these things ready. This is pink for the Miracle set, blue for Botanical, green for Clear Proof, and yellow for Repair. When you have all of yours on the same cards as everybody else, when you do like a joint Mary Kay party, and then you're going to have the closing sheets, the coordinating closing sheet, so the green is Clear Proof, just like the green tray insert. It just helps your brain. I promise you. It's one extra step, and you're kind of like, oh my gosh, this is just too OCD for me. But I promise you, it really does help you at the end of the party when you put it all together and you have all the colors matching. And then when you go, maybe you're going to do a party with your recruiter, or maybe you're going to bring guests to a Mary Kay meeting, and we all have all of our papers all the same colors. It just makes everything flow a lot nicer. So if you could stick with those. So have your colored tray inserts and your closing sheets copied in advance. And then in this document that I mailed out, the party outline, the very end is the one-on-one consultation that I promised Karen 3 months ago that I was going to do, and it's finally done. Karen, are you so proud of me? So happy? Yay!
Thank you.
You're welcome. I did it just for you. And everybody else, too. Everybody else gets to benefit, too. But it was because I knew I needed to do that for you.
All right.
And then you're going to want to also have the small plastic organizer box for applicators like mascara wands, sponge tip applicators, Q-tips, cotton rounds. Put those all, so have that. Okay, then, now this is key. When you arrive to the Mary Kay party, if you're going to the hostess's house, get there early, at least a half hour early. If they're coming to your house, have your stuff set up early and ready. So when your guests are walking in the door, you're not rushing, you're not hurriedly getting things done. It's ready, and you are present. You're looking them in the eye, you're greeting them, you give them a warm handshake. That first 10 to 15 seconds is key. So be 100% present, mentally, emotionally, be all there. If they have not already, if you pre-profiled, great. You know what you're going to use for their skin. If you have not pre-profiled, then you're going to hand them a skincare profile. After you've met them, you're going to hand them a customer profile and ask them to fill that out, get to know them a little bit, and you want to find out what skincare is going to be the best one for them. Question number 2 on the skincare profile, this is a skincare profile. Question number 2 up here is going to be the one that's going to help you diagnose what skincare system to use for them. So this is Nikki, and she answered question number 1. She said, I want a simple, healthy skincare regimen and/or I have sensitive skin. So that's really could be 2 skincare systems. It could be the it could be the Miracle Set because it's simple. There's only 3 steps in the morning and 3 at night. Or if she has sensitive skin, which Nikki does, then that might be somebody that's more interested in the Miracle Set, or sorry, in the Botanical Collection because it's very few ingredients. Last night I had somebody that marked that, and what she really wanted was more the Miracle Set because it was few steps, but she wanted the anti-aging. So ask some more questions, and there's some more keys on here on the outline that I emailed you, so you can figure that out. You want to really find out what skin type everybody has and what's the best skincare system for her. If you will take that extra time and invest in her and then go the extra mile to give her the skincare that you really think is going to work best for her, you will definitely build a better relationship with her and have a better, more long-term lasting relationship with her as her Mary Kay consultant. It's kind of like, if you think about this, like if you go to the doctor because you've got a sore throat and the doctor says, today we're only treating hemorrhoids. I mean, I'm sorry, but no sore throat treatment today. No, that's a little extreme. But, you know, if a person comes into your Mary Kay party and they really have acne and you're like, no, today we're only treating anti-aging, you know, gosh, they really need help with their acne. So if they do, then give them the Clear Proof collection. It's just, it makes so much more sense, don't you think? And yes, our starter kits don't come with all of that, but you can definitely work up to that very, very quickly. And the other thing that's so great about our particular unit is that we do work so well together with Go Give Spirit. If you know you've got somebody that needs to use those products, you can double up and do a makeover at the same time as somebody else that maybe already has those items in their starter starter kit, and you can help each other out just in the beginning. But really, it's not that much extra to complete your starter kit. That is why it's called a starter kit. It's enough to get you started, but if you want a complete Mary Kay collection, complete Mary Kay makeover experience to offer to your clients, you are going to want to add to that. So there isn't one of the last pages in here, it shows a list of the items that you may want to consider adding to your starter kit. So once you've determined what skincare system to give to the client, next step then is you're going to want to fill those trays. Now I keep all of the trays right in front of me, and I've got all the profiles, and all of a sudden now there's this lag time. It's going to take me another like 3 to 5 minutes to get all the trays full. So what do you do with that time? Well, what I do with that time is this. The very next thing is, many of us have heard National Sales Director Diana Sumter talk about read her thing. It's called Why Use Mary Kay, or Why Should You Choose to Wash Your Face with Mary Kay? She's got those things written. Well, what I did is actually took Diana's words and I condensed it just a little bit. So it says, what sets Mary Kay apart from the rest of the industry? 10 reasons to choose to partner with your Mary Kay consultant and use Mary Kay. If I have just one customer in front of me, I do read this. It takes me no time at all to fill the tray, and then I'll say, you know what, before we get started, I want to let you know why Mary Kay is different. So I'm going to just read this really quick, if that's okay. And they always say yes, and then the last thing is, what's the most interesting you just heard about Mary Kay? So I really want that feedback from them. If, on the other hand, I've got, even last night I had 2 trays. I had 2 ladies here last night for makeovers, and I said to them, and actually Jill was here last night, but the previous time when I even just had 2 people, I said, while I'm filling this, would you please read this so I can get your trays ready? And it was really kind of fun because there were 2 ladies named Maria, which was awesome. But Maria, the hostess, started out reading, and she read about 4 of them, and then she handed it to Maria, her cousin, and she said, okay, so why don't you read the next few? And they just took turns, and they read it, and it was really great to see their feedback because they got so much more out of it because they were reading it. And then last night, Jill was actually observing me, so I asked Jill if she would read it while I was filling the trays, and that works out great. So either way, you can get this in at the top of your Mary Kay party. It's really, really smart use of your time. And then the very next thing that you'll want to do, and it's super funny because I had my book that said Anne's Copy, and I can't find it. I had it last night, and I set it off to the side so it was out of my way, and I set it so off to the side, I don't know where it is over there. I still never found it, so I got to write a new one. But the amazing thing is that the thing that I forgot to talk about last night was my own eye story. I did not tell the ladies last night, why did I start Mary Kay, how long I've been in the business, what am I passionate about. I completely forgot. And I thought, wow, how amazing is that? If I'm 27 years in the business and I am committed to this business, you know, second only to my commitment to my husband and children, and if I can forget something as important as that, how much more can you as a brand new consultant possibly forget some things like that? So that's really how much more important it is to have this thing ready and write in it. So what I've done in my copy here, Betsy said it's kind of overwhelming, and I would kind of agree with her. I get a lot of information out there, but it's just a lot of information. So, and it is written in order, but what I want to encourage you to do is to take your copy of this in each of the sections. You see I've kind of highlighted mine a little bit. Take these highlighted sections and coordinate it to the pages in this book and write some notes from this into this. So you have a smaller, condensed version. So we're going to go through this a little bit. So first thing, then you'll have the guests to open their beauty book to page 3 in the book. Ask each of them to introduce themselves a little bit, share a little bit about themselves, and one thing that they would like to learn about skincare or color. Then share with them what your eye story is. That's what I forgot last night. So I'm highlighting that right now. So your why story. Why did you start your business? What you're passionate about with your Mary Kay business, and what your long-term goal is. And then I would encourage you to say, you know, after hearing what our company stands for, and I would love to just share with you 3 ways that you can partner with me in my business. Number 1, purchase products from me instead of at the department store. I promise you're going to get the first-class customer service that you deserve and the highest quality products on the market. Number 2, share me with your friends and earn a free shopping spree. We shop with our girlfriends all the time. It's just that you get rewarded for it in Mary Kay. And then number 3, meet with me for a cup of coffee to hear about the business. You may not be interested in the business, but then again, maybe you are. Either way, it really helps me with my training if I can just go through the information with you, and then you get to be a talent scout for me. So you're putting that out there in the very beginning, because a lot of people are asking immediately in the beginning, you've just told them reasons to partner with you for Mary Kay. And when you say that, when you go through all of that of these are all the reasons that you should partner with me, or what happens when you do partner with me, then you want to tell them these are 3 ways that you can partner with me. Okay, so, and then this outline, if you don't have it already, is on the Excellence in Action website on Facebook. It was the link that was like 1 or 2 links right before the original invite for today's Google Hangout. Okay, so you're telling them the ways that they can partner with you. The next step that you're going to do then is you're going to say, so at today's Mary Kay party, we're going to do 3 things. Number 1, we're going to focus on skincare, because I believe that everything you do to take care of your skin today is going to determine how good you look in 5, 10, and 20 years. 2, we're going to do a 5-minute quick makeover so you can get up and out the door quick and look cute in the morning, because I don't want to overwhelm you to teach you everything. And then 3, I'm going to meet with you one-on-one as a courtesy to you, because I believe your finances and purchases are personal and private. So you're going to tell her 3 ways she can partner with you. Then you're going to tell her the 3 things we're going to do at today's party, which is skincare, 5-minute color, and then one-on-one consultations. You mentioned that at the beginning of the Mary Kay party, so that at the end of the Mary Kay party, then you're not going to feel, well, if you've said it a few times during the party that you're going to have those one-on-one consultations, then you'll be less likely to chicken out at the end of the party. That was why I started telling them at the beginning of my party, because I knew I would not back out if I told them already that I was going to do that. Okay, and then you turn over on page 5 to the Mary Kay, in your Mary Kay book, the beauty book. And then I say to them, so at today's makeover, we are going to do that 5-minute look, but you actually do get 2 free makeovers with me. Today is going to be a 5-minute look, but there's 3 reasons why we want to do your follow-up. Number 1, so that we can do a more advanced wow look for those special occasions in your life. Number 2, I want to check with you about your products and make sure you're 100% happy with everything, because we do have a 100% satisfaction guarantee. And then number 3, so you can bring your very best girlfriends along to have just as much fun as you're having today and earn up to a $100 Mary Kay shopping spree. So think about when you would like to do your second makeover and who you'd like to bring along. My only request is that they be as fun and as happy as you are. So today, like when I was talking to those girls that I've just met today, I told them, and if you want to bring friends along, you can bring up to 5. And then I would say, just to kind of be funny, my only rule is that you're not allowed to bring anybody crabby along. And then I laugh, but they get the message. We just want to have fun, happy people there. Okay. And then I say, if any of you want to purchase today, you're welcome, but not obligated to. I take cash, check, and credit, and I have products on hand so you can take them home with you right away today. Okay. Then if you would go ahead and turn over again in your book to pages 7 to 9, I think it is. Make sure I've got the right page. Page 6 and 7. So turn over to page 6 and 7. That is the Mary Kay skincare, the Miracle Set, the Botanical, and the Clear Proof. So at this point, what you'll want to do is briefly explain the skincare systems that are being used during this party. If you have just everybody using the Time Wise Miracle Set, just talk about that. If you have Miracle Set and Repair, you'll just explain those two skincare. You might briefly mention we have a couple of other skincare lines if any of you want to try those at your follow-up, but this is what we're going to focus on today. And just leave it at that. You don't need to explain or read everything in the beauty book. You'll just cover the things that you're actually covering at this party. So, and one other side note tip here, put it in your notes if you would. When you're creating your personalized book, you'll want to go through your book and write a big number 2 over and over and over in your book, like at least every page. Just write a number 2 at the top of the page. And the 2 means that's a clue for you to remember to mention the second facial or follow-up facial, whatever you want to call it. Put a note in there so that you talk about that over and over and over. The key is to mention that 5 to 7 times. So you'll talk about the second facial 5 to 7 times, and then when you get to the very end and you're talking about the one-on-one consultation or talking to them at their one-on-one consultation, then they've heard you mention the second facial 5 to 7 times. They're much more open to actually just going ahead and scheduling it. They accept that that's something that they're about to do. Okay. So you briefly explain the skincare system that you're going to use today, and if just a Miracle Set, then you just talk about the Miracle Set. So then when you actually get started doing your makeovers, then you'll start out using Satin Lips Mask, then the oil-free eye makeup remover, and then cleanse over the whole face. So the cleanser, the 3-in-1 cleanser, you do the whole face. But everything else after that. So then the day solution, so here's the tray. So I do the Satin Lips Mask down here first, then you jump up here and you do the cleanser all over your whole face and the eye makeup remover if they needed that. And then day solution just on the right side. Night solution, I have them try that on their throat so they can see what that feels like. Moisturizer, just the right side. Then we skip down to the bottom row. We do the Satin Lips Mask next. Then the eye cream only on the right side, and the foundation primer only, again, on the right side. Cover all of those only on the right side. Then you'll flip over to the next page. You're going to skip over to the foundation page in the book, and that is on page 11. So before you get to the foundations, though, so you've done that, and then I have to keep reassuring them. So I'll say, now, I promise we will do your whole face, but we're going to do just a little experiment first. So bear with me and just do the right side for right now. I promise. You'll get to do your whole face, though. And otherwise, they'll cheat. So you have to let them know that it's coming. But before you get to the foundations, then you're going to want to ask really quick for referrals. Just, who's having fun? Have you thought about a few friends that you'd love to experience this pampering? If you would flip your profile over to the back, you'll see question 11 that allows you to give your friends the gift of a free complimentary facial. For every name and number that you choose to share, I'm going to give you $1 off any of the sets that I offer today. So if you want to go ahead and fill in those blanks right there while we're doing foundation selection, that would be great. So that gives them something to work on because it can take a little bit of time to actually go through the foundation selection. Okay, so when you get to then page 11, you're going to choose the foundation selections. So for the foundation selection, then well, the way you do that, you'll just tell them what choices you have to offer. I always offer the Time Wise Luminous Foundation for dry skin, the Time Wise Matte Foundation for oily skin, and then the Mineral Powder Foundation and the CC Cream. Those are the 4 that I like, so that's what I offer. You can offer whatever you like, but I would really encourage you to at least do liquid and mineral powder, and then if you want to add in a CC cream also, then do that. But when you if you'll take the time to help a woman really find her perfect foundation, formula, color, match, etc., when you do and then some to help her find a perfect foundation, you'll have a customer forever. She will be so loyal to you. So really take that time. And I stripe test. We'll talk about stripe testing on a different call. But so sometimes though, I will actually stripe when I stripe the colors across the face. You start in the middle of the, like here, and you go all the way down, and you go working. If you think you know the color, you just try a few of them there, and once you find the right shade. But sometimes I've actually striped 7, 8 different colors on people. 3 to 5 is not uncommon at all. So if it takes you a few colors to find the right color, and the color that it matches here and it fades into the neck there, that's the right shade. So I figure out the color. We use it on the right side of her face. I have her cover the right side of her face completely. Then I'm going to ask her to try a little bit of the color on the left side. Now remember, she did all of the prep steps on the right side only and not the left. So then I'll have her try a little bit of the color on the left side without having done any of the prep, and then just see what she sees and compare. How does it go on that side versus the other side? And then I ask her, really look at that and tell me what you notice. Every single time they will say, oh, You're right. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Well, is it that primer? Was it the day solution? Was it the moisturizer? And I say, it was all of it. It all works together. That's what you get when you use it all together. So it really, really does help when you do all of the steps on the right side first and then just foundation. Then they go, oh, and the reason that's super important is if you do all of it all over and then put the foundation on all over, they always think it's just amazing foundation. They don't realize it's everything that you did on that one side that helped that. Penny's asking, do I use moisturizer under the CC cream? Yes, I do. I guess it never occurred to me that we shouldn't, but I do. So yeah. Okay, so then they see the difference, and then I say, okay, so if you want to quickly wipe that left side off, then go through the steps and then catch up the left side, then you can go ahead and do that. When I do that, the reason, so they see the difference and why they need to use all the steps, but also then when they're going to go through it all and then apply it all on the left side, then they can see it really does take just a couple of minutes to do all of those steps, and they go, oh yeah, it really is fast. So it adds a couple minutes to your party, but you will sell so much skincare, and that is the key to the business, to having good, strong customers and strong customer loyalty, is selling skincare. So after you finish the foundation, confirm that everybody's happy with that. That's really important. Then move on. If you want to, then take a quick second. It's really important to do this step called closing the basic. Closing the basic simply means you're going to take a minute and explain this whole skincare. When you get the entire collection, the Miracle set with the foundation and the brush all together, the full retail is $140, and today I offer that to you for $120, so it's a $20 savings. Now they don't realize that Mary Kay has underwritten $13 of that. It doesn't matter that whether they know that or they don't know that. What they know is that they're getting a $20 savings on that set. So I always tell, and I'll show you how you go through the sets at the end, but at that point you're showing the value. When you're closing the basic, you want to tell this is how much it is, and it's going to last approximately 4 to 6 months, so they can see it's a good price point for how long it lasts. Okay, then you're going to flip in the book. In your book, have them turn over to pages 12 and 14, and you're going to want to show them a couple of additional products that really are great supplements with the skincare collection. Really highlight the Skin Vigorate Cleansing Brush, the Microdermabrasion, and the Replenishing Serum plus Vitamin C, because those are products that are part of the sets that we're going to talk about later. So you show those products, then you flip over to page 18. You teach 5-minute color. There's more details on how to do the color, but choose 1 or 2 eyeshadows, 1 or 2 lip glosses, maybe the 2 cheek lipsticks, and a mascara. And those are the only colors that you're going to show at the party. Stock those in your inventory. You don't have to offer every single color choice. If they like what they see, they like the way it goes on, they can look at the other colors and know that they're going to like them or not. Last night I only demoed Apricot Twist, and she bought that and the Beach Bronze, or the Beach Blonde. So they know just based on how one color goes on if they're going to like additional colors. So you do the colors, and then the most important thing at the end of the color collection then is to do what's called compliment time. It's really key for each of them to get the feedback from each of one another. They need to get compliments. They need to get feedback. They need to know. They need to hear Sally say, "Oh my gosh, I love that cheek color on you," or "That foundation looks so nice on you. It's a perfect match," or "That covers up your redness. I can't believe how your wrinkles are gone." They need to hear that stuff from their friends. If they only hear it from you, they think you're just trying to sell them. But hearing it from their friends, they trust their friends, and they think, "Well, you don't know me," but their friends know. Their friends, they know. So make sure that you give them an opportunity to get feedback from one another. And if sometimes you get those groups that are a little like, "Girl, you just always look ugly," or whatever, you know, and they're ripping on each other, that's not very often. But if you do, then you just stop it. Just say, "Okay, this is compliment time, only positive things. What do you like about what she did?" And then, you know, you correct them, and they gently, kindly, and bring it back into a positive perspective. Really, really important. Okay, then we are going to take just a quick second after you've done that whole thing. Then you're going to hand out these sheets. These are the set sheets. This particular one is for the Miracle set, and the three sets are the Miracle set, the Ultimate Miracle, and the Professional Miracle set. So the Miracle set, the first one we talked about, the Ultimate Miracle set is the Miracle set, which is retailed at $108. Now it's $95 in the book. If you buy it as a set from Mary Kay, it's only $95. But if you bought each of those things separately, it would be $108. So that's where I get my numbers, in case you're wondering, how did she come up with those numbers? That's the full retail value, and that's what it says on here. So Miracle Set, 108, Foundation, the primer, the brush, 48, Microdermabrasion, 57, because if they bought it separately, it would be 57, Firming Eye Cream, 32, the total value is $245. And then today's special is $199, and the savings is $46. And the same in the bottom. So, I mean, I'm just reading it. The total value, the 5-minute color collection, the travel bag, and I'm showing the travel bag. Total value is $508 for $399, or a savings of $109. Now, this is really important for you to read all of these. And here's why. When you read set 1, set 2, set 3, you show them all every single time, and I want you to talk about it like you're offering an apple, an orange, or a banana. I mean, there's no emotional attachment. There's no, it's $3.99. The set sheets, I'll get the link to you, Penny. It's on my Dropbox. So the set sheets, though, I want you to go through these numbers just like you're just sharing facts. If you can share them just like it's set A, set B, set C, that's it. You'll have people that'll buy this one, and this one, and this one. But you have to offer those choices first. If you just say, "Here are the choices, let me know what you want to buy," you'll never have people buy these. But you're going to want to carefully go through each of these 3 options and explain the value. And then what I always say, I'll say, you know, this set 1 is this, you know, explain that. Set 2, we're going to add in the microdermabrasion and the eye cream, the foundation primer. And then set 3, if you're an I deserve it all kind of a girl, if you just want everything that we talked about today because you know you deserve it, well, that's this one. The Miracle Set, foundation primer, the brush, microdermabrasion, the firming eye cream, replenishing serum plus vitamin C, the Skin Vigorate cleansing brush, satin hands and satin lips, 5-minute color, that's all the color you did today, the travel roll-up bag. It's this is the best value. It's the total retail is $508 for $399, so it's $109 savings. That's the best one. And you just say it just like that. Now, here's the thing. If you are not selling any of these bigger sets, I'm going to say something that comes from my heart, and I really want you to hear me, because I needed to hear it when I was a new consultant. I sold lots of this up here. And actually, the set that I sold as a new consultant was really the basic skincare. It wasn't even the anti-aging skincare. The set that I sold, seriously, I would sell 40 or 50 basic skincare sets every 3 months at our annual or our quarterly events. I always outsold everybody in all of Eastern Iowa on that basic set. But I never sold anything that was close to 200, and certainly not above that. And my friend Marvie Collins said, if you're not selling these bigger sets, and I always thought it was my customers. I thought they're just not into the color. They're not going to spend that much. Marvie said, if you're not selling those high-end sets, it's not your customers, because they're buying that product from somewhere else. They're out buying it at the mall. They're buying it. Women will spend money on cosmetics. If you're not selling these sets, it's you that has the problem with the price, not your clients. And I went, oh, that hurt. But it was so true. It was so true. But it really didn't. I didn't like hearing it. So if you're not selling these bigger sets, I'm going to say it's probably you that might want to work on your attitude about the value of the products and what we have to offer with Mary Kay. So you offer the sets, and then the last thing that you're going to do then is you're going to do your one-on-one consultations. And this is where all the magic happens with a Mary Kay party. This is probably the most important part of your Mary Kay party. If you're not taking the time to do the Mary Kay, the one-on-one consultations at the very end, then you're kind of what Mary Kay used to call you're just a professional visitor. So these are really, really important. So I always try to get to the part, figure that out. Obviously, here in my home, in my office, I'm sitting at my desk today, so you guys have a little bit of an idea what my desk looks like. That's a painting of my dad right behind me that my sister Pam did, and that one is my son Dylan when he was about 8. My friend Julie Garvey painted that one for me. So this is where I do my one-on-one consultations, and I do Mary Kay parties over there. So it's right on the other side of the room. Let me just show you. I'll just flip this around really quick. So if we just spin it around, that is the other end of my room. So I do, this from here to there. Here's my desk. There's where I do the makeovers. So it really is just to the other side of the room, but it's enough of a separation that it creates a privacy so that the clients can really have that individualized time with me to shop. I have my stuff set up here, but when I go to somebody else's house, I'm going to figure out where can I do these, and I'll talk to the hostess in advance at the beginning of the party. I'm going to find out from her where should I do those one-on-one consultations, because people really need that time to speak with me privately. When you do that, when you're at their house, then set your bag up. Put your closing bag in that area so that all of your stuff is there, because sometimes people will say, we don't have any secrets, so we don't need to, go over there. We can all talk here. Well, gosh, that's really hard to talk to 6 people about their orders all at once and filling out yours and answering this question, that question. And I just say, you know what, there's just too many questions and I can't keep everything straight at that point. And I'm really so much better at this point if I can work with you individually, because it's very private, it's very individualized. And I sometimes make mistakes on people's orders and they go, oh, okay. So whatever, they don't care. So, but you get set up, you go to that area, meet with them, sit with them. I sit, across my desk. Sometimes I'll actually bring my chair and another chair and put it beside me here, so I'm more sitting with them knee to knee. But it's our private area. So in the one-on-one consultation, you always progress in this order. You're going to ask icebreaker questions first. You want to get to know them. Did you have fun? Did you learn anything? The second thing is you're going to sell the product and complete the sale. Number 3, you're going to book a follow-up party, and then 4, you're gonna ask him about the information about the business. So always follow that order. Really, really important. When you go off of that script, off of that order, you're gonna really you'll lose sales, you'll lose bookings, you'll lose team members. Really important. Follow that order. There's so many examples I have of reasons over the years of what times that I have messed it up. So you can read all of my tips on your one-on-one consultation, but the the thing that I think is going to be the easiest for you is to take this sheet, the last 2 sheets in this handout that I've prepared. Take this sheet, go to a copy place, and get 30 of them printed out. And it's a front and a back. So this is what you're going to use during your one-on-one consultation. So you're going to be just like interviewing them. Okay, so I'm going to be just writing down Kim and the phone number. Okay, so did you have fun? Did you have fun? You write it down. What was your favorite part of the party? And then you write that down. And then, so which set would you like to treat yourself to? Set 1, 2, or 3? And then, here, see, I have my water here. No, I really am thirsty tonight because I'm talking so much. But during your Mary Kay party, you're going to ask them, this is what it's going to look like. So which set would you like to treat yourself? Set 2. Set 1, 2, or 3? Just like that. Just let it be quiet. Let them think. If you start talking, if you're like, if you don't want to buy anything, it's okay. I mean, you just sold it to them, and then you bought it right back. So ask the question, and then zip it. Just let them answer the question. And then you can work on the overcoming objections. We'll talk about that on a future call also. But which of the sets would you like to treat yourself? Set 1, 2, or 3? And then you can ask if you could earn free products at your follow-up appointment, what would you like to earn? At your follow-up, would you prefer to share with a couple girlfriends or be my guest at a glamour event? That's like your Monday night or Tuesday night meeting. What are you most excited to learn at your second appointment? So, and then if you were to ever work with me in Mary Kay, which one would appeal to you? Basically, you're going to go through this whole sheet. This sheet is going to it's designed to sell the product, book the party, find out who's interested and wants to hear more about the business. And even if they say they want to stay a happy customer, if you like her and if she likes the product, then tell her, I really need to share information with people about what Mary Kay has to offer. Would you be willing to listen and tell me your honest opinion? Could you give me your honest feedback and help me with my training? You've already said it at the beginning of the Mary Kay party. That's one of the ways that she can partner with you to help you with your training. So ask her at that point if she would be willing to help you with your training. So go through the sheet. And then the very last thing, just for a time management perspective, time management tip is ask her, are you going to hang around for a little while? And if the answer to that is yes, let her just go back over to the table and chat with people and then meet with everybody all at once and then fill all of the bags all at once. So you're not filling everything, meet with them, fill a bag, hand it out. Meet with them, fill a bag, hand it out. If they're going to just sit over there and talk anyway, why not let them all just talk together and you can fill all the bags all at the same time, because that's just going to make you a little bit more time efficient. Okay, then lastly, then on this outline, there's post-party organization and next steps. And a lot of these are contributed from contributions from Dinesh Bautista of what to do with the sales tickets and the money order or the credit cards and etc. Everything when you get back to your office, everything that you need to do to keep yourself organized and feel like you know what you're doing when you get back home. So, do any of you have any questions that you would want to post, comment in the chat bar, or any questions at all about anything that we've covered? I know we went really super fast, but I think a lot of it is really just repetition, repetition, repetition. As soon as you do the Mary Kay party over and over and over, then as you do it, the more you do it, the stronger you get, the more you'll learn more, and you want to tweak this, and then you do it again, and you tweak it again, and you do it again, and you tweak it again. Of everything that I just went over with you, there are some keys. There are some keys that I think that are really, really important. Have a strong show opening. A powerful opening, which is the Why Mary Kay. The second one would be to close after the basic. The third one would be to do the table close, where you're showing the sets. And then finally, then doing the one-on-one consultations. those are really, really important. Those are basic tenets of the Mary Kay party to have really good overall success. And the other thing I'll just mention quickly is the reason I offer set 1, set 2, set 3 instead of, you know, at the end of the Mary Kay book, the beauty book that we get from Mary Kay, there's like 16 different sets in there. I don't let them see those. I throw those away. Those, when I get the books, I take those out, I throw them away, and I just use just the brochure because there's too many choices there. I used to try to offer some kind of a closing special if you buy this many sets, and I can't even remember what I did, but it was confusing to me. So if it's confusing to me, you're pretty sure it's confusing to them also. So this is a basic principle of all 4 sets that I offer for each of the skincare systems. The set number 1 starts around the $100 price point, with the exception of the Mary Kay Voluform Repair Collection, and that starts at $229. So, you know, really think about that. If they only bought the first set of all of the, if everybody came and they only bought the starting set, that's around $100. And that's my goal, is to have every client purchase at least $100 worth of products, and then ultimately to be using every product. So really important to simplify. You offer very few things at your first appointment, but I do personalize. I give them the skincare, the foundation that they want, but I do keep it to just a 5-minute look, and then at their follow-up, then we do more advanced color at the follow-up. At the follow-up, they're going to be doing very advanced look, and everybody at the party is doing the 5-minute look. And again, it's juggling. You're over here doing more advanced for the hostess, and you're doing 5-minute for everybody else over here. So it's a little bit of back and forth, but you know, that's what we do as women. We juggle. We handle a lot. Penny's question was, do I leave the products in the car or do I bring them in? I typically leave them in the car. I've got those nice cases from Mary Kay. They're insulated, so that helps that for if there are weather issues, so I don't typically have to worry about that. The only other time that the weather is a real problem is when it's so freakishly cold outside, and so I actually crawl in my car and I close the back sometimes, and I'm filling orders that way. I've done them inside my car before, and I know I look really silly out there in my, you know, hovered in my little pink Cadillac filling those Mary Kay orders, but that's okay. I'm fine with that. So, any other questions? All right, ladies, so here's your assignment for this week. This book is going to be your best friend. Fill it out. Take that outline, and Betsy said she was going to be working on it a little bit, but you know, but she actually had a good point. The way I wrote the outline, it's like 7 pages of the outline, but the what sets Mary Kay apart from the competition and the closing sheet, so that was like, this one's like page 3, and then the individual consultation sheet, that's like pages 9 and 10. So yeah, there are 7 pages, but just take out those other things. Go through the 7 pages of the outline, and the actual, then there's like pre-party stuff for like 2 pages, but really go through it and create your document, number 1, and then number 2, practice it. And I don't care if you practice it on your sister, your mom, your daughter, your husband, I don't care, but practice this at least 3 times before next week's party. Okay? Thank you all so much. It's been a pleasure. So sorry about, I don't know what's the deal with the sound issue. What was the deal with that? But you know, technology, it's our best friend and our worst enemy at the same time, right? But you stuck with me, and I really appreciate that. I love you all so much, and I can't wait to see where this is going to take us and what's going to happen next week. Can't wait to hear the feedback from you guys. So please, please, please tell me what your thoughts are as we go along. Make sure you're commenting back on the group on Facebook, okay? Have a great night, ladies. Bye.